Hi guys, once again welcome back to the channel. After a long time I'm dropping a new video for you. So in this video I'm gonna show you how you can create a 3D title inside of DaVinci Resolve. So this title is very easy to create inside of DaVinci Resolve Fusion, and I will guide you step by step how you can do that. So without any further ado, let's open DaVinci Resolve and get started. Alright, so this is the latest version of DaVinci Resolve Studio 21. And before we start, all you have to do the basic setting first. So just go to the setting button right here. This is the gear icon right here. Just click on this button, and here we have the project setting. First of all, we have to set the timeline resolution. So just click on the timeline resolution and select 1920 by 1080 if you want to create this animation in full HD. Or if you want to create this animation in 4K, just select this option Ultra HD. All right. So in this case, I'm using this 1920 by 1080, and this is the frame rate. So we have to change the frame rate for this one. So if you want to create a cinematic animation, you can select a 24 frame per second. But in this case, I'm using 60 frame per second for smooth animation. All right. So this is the edit page of DaVinci Resolve. First of all, we need to create a Fusion page. So what we have to do, just go to the media pool. If you don't have this media pool, click on this button and enable this media pool. Right click on that, click on new Fusion composition, because we're gonna create this animation inside of this Fusion page, not in the edit page. You can call it 3D title. You can create the duration according to you, but 5 seconds is good enough. Frame rate 60, click on create, and this is the new 3D title Fusion composition. Just drag and drop on the timeline. You can place the layer just like this. All right, just right click on this layer, go to clip color and select any color that you like. You can place the CDI on this 3D title. Just go to the Fusion page. You will get media out node right here. So just drag the media out and keep this media out to the side. We will attach this media out at the end of this process. So we will create all the node connection right here on the flow window, and we will get the preview of that right here. First of all, we need to create a text node. So here we have the text icon. Just drag and drop the text. First of all, we have to type a text right here. So I'm gonna type Spider-Man. All right, you can type anything, whatever you like, and select a font style. So in this case, I'm using Micro Technica font. You can find this font easily, or I will also give you a link in the description for this. I'm going to select this option, Micro Technic EXT. Select the style regular. Let's increase the size of the text just a bit. I'm going to set the size of this font 0.12. and we have to animate this text as well. So just go to frame number 90, which is equal to 1.5 seconds according to 60 frame per second, and right click on this size, click on animate, or you can also click on this diamond button to activate the keyframe for the size parameter. Just go to frame number 0, which is very beginning of this animation. Let's set the size value 0.5. and then just go to the end of this animation. Let me set the size of the font 0.11. Perfect. Now we have to animate one more parameter, which is the tracking. So again, just go to frame number 90, set the tracking amount 1.1. Perfect. And then you can activate the keyframe by clicking on this button for tracking. Just go to very first frame of this animation, increase the tracking amount, set the value 2, and then just go to the end of this animation and let's down the tracking value 1.05. Perfect. So basically we will get this type of animation. So this animation is linear right now, so we have to make it smoother. Just go to spline window. We have to expand this spline window, so hit F4 on the keyboard to make it full screen. Let me do one by one. So check this character spacing first, click on fit button, highlight these two keyframes first, hit S on the keyboard to make it smoother. Just place the CTI at very beginning of this animation for marking, and hold this handle, hold shift on the keyboard and drag it like this. Perfect. And make a curve something like this. Now select these two keyframes, hit S on the keyboard to make it smoother, and repeat the same process for the size parameter. So uncheck the character spacing, check the size, click on fit, highlight these two keyframes first, hit S on the keyboard, hold this handle and create a nice smooth curve just like this, and then select these two keyframes, hit S to smooth. Alright, now you can close the spline window, and if you play the animation you will get a nice smooth animation. Perfect. Now we have to do the main thing, which is the setting for this text to make it 3D. So just go to setting, and here we have the gradient option. Just click on gradient. Basically it is a trick to convert 2D text into 3D. Here we have two different points. Let me add one more point in the center. We have to select white color for these 2 points. First of all, select the center one, click right here, select the pure white color, hit OK, select the last one, click on the color, select the pure white color, and this is the gray shade or maybe black color. So here we have to select a gray shade color, so click on this point, and here we have the hashtag HTML. So type hashtag 87, 87 and 87, hit OK. Perfect. And now you can drag this point and place it right here just like this. Now you will get something like this. If you zoom in just a bit, you can check the setting of this text. Obviously it is not looking like a 3D text, so let me add a few more nodes to make this 3D. Select the text node, hit Ctrl plus a space bar to open search box. Now search for displace node. So this is the displace. Select this node, hit add button, drag and drop to the viewer. Here we have many options, but we need only light power. So increase the light power and set the value 3, and now you can see here it is absolutely like a 3D glossy text, which is kind of a metallic text. We have to add one more effect to make this text animation dramatic. So what we have to do, select the displace, hit Ctrl plus a space bar and search for lens distortion. So basically we have to add this lens distortion, not this one. So select this one, hit add button, drag and drop this lens distortion to the viewer to get a preview after this lens distortion. Alright, so just go to frame number 120, which is equal to 2 seconds. Set the distortion value -0.4. Now we have to animate this distortion, so click on this diamond button to create a keyframe on the frame number 120. Now just go to very first frame of this animation and let's increase the distortion value. I'm going to set the value 5, and you can set the point in the center to create a perfect lens distortion effect. Basically this is a linear animation, so we have to create a smooth animation. So just go to spline window again, and this time we need only lens distortion. Check this lens distortion, hit F4 to full screen, click on fit button, highlight these two keyframes, hit S to smooth and place this handle right here. And then if you play the animation, you will get something like this. Now we have to create one more effect for this text animation. So select the lens distortion, hit Ctrl plus a space bar and search for Gaussian blur. So this is the Gaussian blur. Select this option, hit add button, drag and drop to the viewer. Just go to frame number 60, which is equal to 1 second according to 60 frames per second. I'm going to set the strength 0. Click on the diamond button to create a keyframe and lock the value. Let's go to the frame number 0, which is very beginning of this animation. Let's increase the blur value. I'm going to set the value maybe 1. So basically we will get this defocus or bokeh effect. And once again, we have to make this animation smoother as well. So just go to spline window. This time we need only Gaussian blur. Hit F4 to full screen. Now select both the keyframe, hit S to smooth, and play the animation, and you will get something like this. All right, now it's looking perfect. Just close the spline window, and then you can connect this Gaussian blur output, which is the main output, with the media out, and then go to the edit page. And now here we have this. Now what we have to do, we need some asset to create this animation more dramatic or cinematic. So we will use some asset for this text animation. So you can download all the asset from the link given in the description. Basically, we have the background and a flare, and this is the transition, and this is the sound effect. So you can use any sound effect that you want, but as an example, I have selected this one. Basically, it is a free sound effect that I have downloaded from free2use.com. You can use this sound effect using a proper credit in the description. All right, so I will select all the 4 assets which we need and just drag and drop right here on the media pool. Perfect. First of all, we need background. So we need to move this 3D title on the second layer right here, and we will place the background on the first layer. So this is the background, drag and drop right here, placed it like this. You can find or you can create this kind of thing in After Effects, because we don't have much option in DaVinci Resolve to create this type of background. So basically I have created this for the text animation, and it is matching perfectly for this kind of text. And if you don't want to create this kind of background, you can simply go to the link in the description and download this background and use it for your project. So this is the background, and let me show you one thing. If you want to change the color of the background, it's very simple. Just hide the top layer. So select the layer, hit D, or you can simply turn off the top layer and place the CTI on the background and go to the Fusion page. Here we have this background composition. Hit Control plus a space bar and search for CC, which is the color corrector. Select the color corrector, hit Add button. And if you want to make this background a colorful background, then you can simply move the wheel right here or select any color that you like. Basically, you can select any color that you like if you want to make this title colorful. For this tutorial, we will use black and white theme, so we don't use any color corrector node. All right, so background is ready, and this is the 3D title, which is also ready. And now we have to add one more thing, which is the lens flare, that you can also download from the link given in the description. Just drag and drop the flare right here, right click on that, click on link clips and unlink the audio from this flare. I will use this flare from the half a second. So place the CTI on the frame number 30 and place the flare right here. You can simply drag this point to make opacity animation at the end. So just select this flare, go to the composite option, which is in the inspector window. This is the composite. Just go to right here and select this option screen. Now you can place this lens flare on the edge of the text. So simply this is the position. Just drag this right here and it's looking perfect. But there's a problem right here. You can see the edges of this layer. So what we have to do, just go to cropping, and this is the softness. Let's increase the softness value to hide the edge, maybe -50. Now you can create multiple layer of this text. So simply select all the layer, hold Alt on the keyboard and drag this layer and place it right here, and then place the CTI on this yellow layer, which is the 3D title. Go to the Fusion page and you can change the text right here. Perfect. So you can change the text very easily inside of the Fusion page. And now the Spider-Man Homecoming. You can type anything, whatever you like. All right. And we have one more asset to use in between both titles. So This is the transition. Place this transition right here. Just go to composite mode and select this option screen. Perfect. So you can create multiple text animation, and finally you can add the sound effect. So I will use the sound from here. Maybe just set the opacity or maybe volume animation, which is a toggle right here. You can drag this toggle and create fade in and fade out very easily inside of DaVinci Resolve. Just place this right here. Yeah, it's looking perfect. Now you can cut the extra part, delete it, and here we have the final output. So just turn on the loop button, hit Ctrl F to full screen, and let's have a look.